Good morning YouTube, it's another day. Just gonna water some of my plants. That's actually not a weed, that in my look it is a herb, I promise. Not that I can remember which one it is. Oregano. We got rosemary is not going very well. Not as good as my girlfriend's one at her place. The thyme has been strangled by the dill. Comfrey is very big, better than I expected, and also bigger. Chives, sage, marijuana over there. And there's actually some basil there somewhere, but can't see it. And that's that for that side. Our attempts at cabbage are just stalks. We've got a lot of free space coming up in the garden. I just wondered if anyone's got any ideas what we could plant over winter, just to see what we get. You know, I'm willing to try anything at this point. Onions are drying. There's more free space there. Just got to fill the watering can up. Right, now the tricky part begins, trying to water these plants without missing one out, and without damaging anything that's in front of it. This is a balancing act. Every day is a new challenge. You can't even see that because there's a still got tomato plants in here that never got planted, so rather than killing them off, I thought we'll keep them on as best we can. Oh, and I've got to go down here to the other. It takes me just over one watering can to do this entire greenhouse, and I'm going to soak the beefsteak tomatoes. Right, I've drenched the tomatoes, and I've got the bucket there with the drip feeders or drip waterers or whatever you want to call them. And this is what I wanted to show you last night. That is all of my granola seeds at the moment. I'm just going to tuck them down there out of direct sunlight, so they're not going to bake. I've got some bits that still need sorting out. In there, there's still some seeds, so I'm just going to leave them over there in a minute. What remains is to put these ones back up, because these ones were a little bit too wet to get any seed out of. I'm going to try it a different way today. I'm just going to lay them sideways. See how they get on. Actually, I'll probably put them more diagonal than sideways. Hopefully these are dry to a point where I can get some seed out tonight. If they go completely crispy, it seems to be they get so crispy that when you rub the plants together to get the seed out, you get everything. Everything goes so crispy. All you end up with is, for example, stalks, and you're left with all of the husk, but in crispy form, so it's like dust. And because it's dust, it's quite difficult to filter out. So I think I may have to have a think to see what I can do with them. I've run out of space now, haven't I? I've run out of space. Oh dear. And that can stay up there. So leave them to dry. It does appear that I've got to go put this camera on charge because it's gone to the red light. That is about it for in here. That is all the pulp and crap that I don't want, and there's some seeds in there as well, but I'll sort that out later. Say let these crisp out a little bit. See you later on. I can't remember how much the power was in the morning when I mentioned the meter, but we're on 2 kilowatts now, and it's about 7:30 in the morning. So I just want to see, just personally for my reference, how much we generate in one day. It being September now, and see how it goes. So generating 30 watts, and we're at 2 kilowatts. Right, well, I'm just printing off some labels for the panel up the shed. I've got grid tie, battery, 2x80 times 2, 2x60, and test. That should be all the labels I need for now. So I can stick this back in the van, and it leaves my panel up the shed more professional looking, you could say. There we go. I think that shows it well enough. Got which switch is what set of panels, so my 2 sets of 80s, my 1 set of 60s, or 2x60s, and the test, which is the 4mm FP200, which runs out to the back, which I've got me homemade 150 watt panel on, but we need to sort that out because it's not getting the voltage through. Got too much voltage drop on that. Grid tie on the right hand side, battery charging on the left, and if I swap it over, everything is charging at 3.8 amps at the moment, or 40 watts. So not bad. So I'll swap that back. It's all on. It's around 40 watts, so we should get around 40 on here, but it takes a while to update, so we'll give that a second. And there we go, there's our 40 that we had on the screen, which proves it's all fairly accurate. On to the next thing, I think. Right, I've come up halfway through the day. It's now just coming up to 12 o'clock. We're putting in 200 watts. We're now at 2.5 kilowatts. So we put in 500 watt hours, or produced 500 watts since about 7 o'clock this morning. Well, the postman's been today, and I've received my 18650 batteries, ultrafire, 4000 milliamp, 3.7 volts lithium ion, the same sort of batteries you'd find in your laptop or in your drill batteries. They're pretty generic, they're everywhere, which is good because it means they're coming down in price. These were £9 something for 4. If I just go on eBay, I'll get the exact price if you're interested. They are 1978 for 2. They weren't 58 quid or however much they said on there. Oh well, that'll do for now. This is a 60 quid now. We'll have a check up on that later, but basically, yeah, they're rated for 500 cycles, but that's yet to be seen. My plan is to put 4 of these together to get roughly a 12 volt pack. It's going to be more like 14.1 volts or something like that, but that's not going to hurt. So basically I'm going to put them in series like this, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, and use a balance lead to balance charge them on my charger, which is around somewhere. Basically I'm going to be keeping this end, cutting this end off, but just need to double check that this one, the red one, is positive and that one is the last negative, and go from there. So for example, that end would have the red, these two would be connected with the blue, these two in the middle would be connected with the yellow, these two at the bottom would be connected with the orange, and the last one would have just the black as the neutral or negative, as well as having obviously charge leads coming off at one or the other end, so both on one side to keep it even. I'm just going to find some tape. I have ordered some solder tags. It should be on my history as well. 100-piece solder tags, 275 from China. Whether they are any good or not is yet to be seen. I have also ordered, in case that don't work, because I like doing things like that, 10 battery boxes for 18650 batteries, which I can use on smaller projects. I'm not using these for a high demand system. It's just going to be used as a prototype to see if my idea works, whether I can stack as many parallels as I can to get a small off-grid pack, and then also being able to use the charger for on-grid and off-grid charging. I want to see if I can power it off of a 12-volt panel and a charge controller to bring it down to a charging voltage, because the charger takes 12-volt supply, which comes off of either crocodile clips or a mains plug, and can operate between 10 and 20 volts, so that is perfect. All I need to do is make sure that I have a constant supply. Say I'm charging at 1 amp, I'm going to want more than 1 amp coming into the charger, so or charge controller. So I'm just going to double check this online, and we'll go up the shed, have a play. I haven't got my solder tags yet, but I have got some tabbing wire left over from the DIY solar panels. I will say in advance, be very careful with any lithium batteries. I don't think it's the safest thing I've ever done, trying to solder onto a lithium battery, but I'm going to try it. Right, so I know they say you shouldn't solder untagged batteries, and that it's you normally find it's quite difficult, but actually the solder was taken to these quite well. I've done this side, and we've got end one, which I haven't done because I want to leave that to any shorts. Centre 2 tagged, and the end one with a long tag. But all I've had to do really is just apply a small amount of solar panel flux to each terminal, a little bit of solder, which saying is quite difficult with one hand. That's a bit too much there. And apply cell. It takes straight away. Just make sure in view when I get that. It takes straight away. Nothing to it. Now I must hasten to add that I am quite sceptical, so I am wearing goggles at this time, because my eyes are quite important to me. But it's simple. It works. It does work. So I'm going to go ahead and tab this, and I'll show you the voltage at the end. Right, now I've connected all but the last tab on the cells. I've got 2 on that side, and 1 in the centre, and 2 ends. Crocodile clip to me positive or live terminal, and that to there. We've got 15.65 volts. Simples. So it's just a matter of attaching the balancing lead now and see how it goes. Right, with that now done, as you can see, balance leads, we've got red, second is blue, third is yellow, fourth is orange, and fifth is black, which is hidden around the back here. I've soldered on 2 tags. We got the black for negative and the red for positive. Just some scrap that I had at the shed. I'll turn it round. I've put bullet connectors on for now because I haven't got any Dean's plugs, and you've got the balance lead there. All that's left for me to do is try and tape it up as best as I can. Don't want to go too mad, it's only a prototype and I don't even know if it's going to charge yet. And then go and plug it in and see if it'll take a charge. So it all just covered in cheap electrical tape. Balance lead, two leads, ready to go and plug it in. I'm not sure whether I want to plug it in down in the house or not, but it's supposed to have a special charging bag, but I suppose if I keep an eye on it I should be okay. Well, this is the setup. Let's try and get a view on that. Charging at 0.5 amp, 16 volts, so I could probably actually get away with only having a 3-cell one. It's plugged in with banana connectors, and I've made up these temporary charging leads. Be careful at the terminal because it's sticking out. I don't want it to short. I'm going to grab my other battery, because that's one from China, and that seems to be a 3-cell lithium ion, 9,800 milliamp hour. And this one seems to be charging, I guess. There we go. Voltage of the cells: 3.98, 4.03, 4.08, 4. Yeah, so it's doing well. So I'll be back when it's finished. I've just figured out that the 18650 battery is fitting my nice torch. My nice torch that drains batteries in minutes. You can take one of the rings off to make it into a torch which takes 2 AA's, or you can leave the extension ring on, use 4 CR123s, I think, or 2 18650s, and it is the brightest I've ever seen it. I have to wait till tonight and I'll shine it up the garden, but that is brilliant. It's been going for almost an hour now, putting 400 milliamps, and the amperage is starting to reduce. It's almost down to 0.3 amp. The voltage hasn't quite reached the peak voltage, which is around about, or should be around about 16.8, I believe. And if you listen carefully, you can probably hear my power supply making noises. Don't know if you heard that, but yeah. Right, we're now an hour and a half into the charge. It's up to 16.8 and we're charging at 0.3 amps. And if I can find the button in the dark, you see the cells are almost there. 4.19 and 4.2. So my next couple minutes it should bleep to tell me it's done, hopefully. Well, almost an hour and a half, and it's 0.1 amps, 0.2 amps. It's reached its voltage. The cell voltage is still the same. Oh, and we're done. Oh, brilliant. Okay, we're charged. 4.19 volts. Can't complain at that. Brilliant. Now to put it to a real test. Right, now I'm just discharging it by way of plugging it into my lights. for my room, my off-grid lighting, you could say. I've just got it plugged in via makeshift connectors for now. Waiting on some Dean's connectors to go in so I can like standardise everything. Just to prove that it is running the lights, if I unplug one of these, they go dark. See? And now I can't plug it in, and I'm in the dark. Hey, I'm back. So that proves it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to let go of this to plug it back in. So I'll see you in a bit. And I can even measure the voltage under load. So I'm going to drop it down and see if the inbuilt protection kicks in. If not, I'm going to cut it off, and then I can charge it again tomorrow and see how much a full charge takes. Right, well, it lasted just over an hour. I did go down to one light because I was only up the other end of the room. But if I'm going to do a balance charge and start it at 2 amp. See how quickly this charges. The battery protection did cut in, and it went dark very quickly. all at once it did. So I got a feeling one of the cells had gone down quicker than it should have, because I was still reading 12.8 volts. So I just need to buy myself a meter where I can plug it in whilst the battery is being used, and I can tell how much or which cell is letting me down. So if I do a balance charge, we might be able to diagnose this. I don't know. To be honest, I don't even know what I'm talking about here. So we give this a go. Well, I put it on the balance charge and it's charged. Putting in 523 milliamps, not very much at all, I don't think. But can't complain. Took a lot less than last time to charge at 77 minutes. I'm just trying to see if I can. There we go. Same, almost the same again. 4.19, apart from one cell's 4.18. So we can try and test it, and I will do, and I'll put it in tomorrow's video. So if you watch this today's video, please subscribe, comment and rate, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.